it off, Reno? Okay, good.
Marcus on the beat.
Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Names getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by. Catch me with the spliff like Marley in this bitch. Heart being this shit, so I hardly take offense when niggas hate. Focusing on my plate, these niggas knocking your dreams. It seems I can't relate. Damn near 10 years and still doing my thing. Something about the struggle just make a nigga go 8. But if you ask me, every nigga's an athlete, or they sitting in backseats writing lyrics to make a way. I'm not a stereotype, I'm just a stereotype. And my influences been doing this since I was like about the height of a fire hydrant. Now I write till I'm the height. Hit a nigga throne and start a heist. Never drop the mic. You can rob a dyke or ride a bike. I don't give a fuck what you niggas do. I got shit to do, nigga move. I got shit to prove till I'm taking your bitch on a cruise. And my lack on 22s, nigga. Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Names getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by. Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Names getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by. Okay, challenge. Leave your phone unlocked and let me go throughout your notes and see if you niggas got talent. I'm caught between depression and determination at its most highest peak. That's why a nigga gotta find a balance. I find belief in higher power over my advantage. Cause I done seen demons do damage and preachers can't stand it. When a nigga got a new perspective. And if I fuck a big booty bitch, won't make it to heaven. You telling me the sin that I'm doing gon' block my blessings. If I was popping pills just to cope with my new depression, then I'ma go to hell, it's already on earth. Niggas escaping, they hurt. Fuck having faith in the afterlife, that ain't even for sure. I mix Henny with Coke and Sprite, then my demons occur. I'm just human, you living right, we gon' see if it works. But if it's fake, then ain't no coming back, you in a hearse. I'd rather take my fucking chances, just living the curse. My nigga. Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Names getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by. Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Names getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by.
All right. I almost forgot to add myself back to the stream. Okay. So, hello, everyone. Welcome, Black. Thank you for tuning Black in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show and to those of you tuned in to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. All right. Shout out to everyone. Okay. Hello, Malaya. Nessie X, Mr. Hotel, Lillian, Sean, Ali, or Allah, Lamar's in the house, Nessa G, Stacy. All right, Bill, and I see you. Lamar, Kenyetta, October Opal, Ebony Eve, Metasimplicus. All right, Claudette, Christian, Patrick. Okay, so let's. Mr. Hotel said, Queen, we need to collab with you and Reno. Sit down, Mr. Hotel. Hey, Jay Parrish, Danielle is in the house. Donovan, okay, OG Patrice. All right, and so with that all being said, let's get into it. The Empress Sheba. Now, I didn't expect to be back so soon. But indeed, we have breaking news. Hey, Wavy, though, Bithia. Okay, so let's talk about it. Obsidian Blaze. Leo Lion is in the house. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because Grandmaster Jay has been sentenced to a sentence of 7 years. Everyone get those likes up. Please like and share. This is breaking news. Came in about an hour or so ago, I do believe. Maybe about 2 hours ago. Here we go. All right, let's get into it. Now, if you all happen to hear, if you all heard me talking to the Scam Master Joe, says October Opal. Okay, absolutely. All right. Another fraudster. Now, I know some of y'all still sleep at the wheel and y'all clearly think that he wasn't a whole agent. My prediction was correct. Let's not forget that I was the first one who called him an agent. All right. Pay attention for y'all talking about somebody's hating. Was I hating on Grandmaster J too? Scam Master J, shall I say? Okay, Grandmaster J sentenced to 7 years on federal charges related to Breonna Taylor protest. Let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. An agent goes to jail, says James. Oh, yes, beloved, they do go to jail. You do know that, right? Many of the agents actually come from jail. They're usually informants, okay? And they get hired to work as agents. Yes, agents absolutely do. Leo Lion said, yes, you called the queen. Thank you, beloved. And y'all know all the backlash I got, honey. If y'all, here's the thing. These people coming after me, the Nashidians, that's nothing. That's a piece of cake compared to the people that were coming after me when I was going in on Grandmaster J. All right, so I'm built for this. They can sit down somewhere. All right, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel or unsubscribe, whatever suits
For
your
11
fancy.
years, I have trusted Brian for my home comfort. That's why this time of year I get routine checkups. Knowing that my furnace is going to perform its best in the worst conditions is total peace of mind.
Schedule your preventative maintenance, just $80.
New at noon, a 7-year prison sentence is handed down to a militia group leader arrested during protests in Louisville. John Johnson, also known as Grandmaster J, appeared in federal court for sentencing this morning. He was convicted of assaulting a federal task force officer, among other counts. Johnson and his group, the NFAC, were in Louisville protesting in the summer of 2020 following the death of Breonna Taylor. He pointed a rifle at 2 task force officers, despite being warned that doing so is a threat.
Let me say this real quick before I get into this. Bungani posted a comment saying, hold on, let me pull this up. Bungani said, we don't fully understand his story. Let's not assume. Well, here's the thing. I don't assume, because assuming makes an ass out of you and me. I'm not assuming he's an agent. I'm saying he's an agent. And at the end of the day, you speak for yourself when you say we don't understand his story. Let's not assume. Speak for yourself, because you don't know what I understand, nor do you know what anyone else that called him an agent understands. You see, I went to school for criminal justice. And with that all being said, I happen to know how these things work. You see, I have an uncle who is a retired special agent for the GBI. So I think I know what agents look like. Pay attention. I think I know. All right, it's no doubt in my mind. I'd bet my life that he is an agent. Yeah, that's how sure I am. So miss me with it. Now don't tell me what I don't understand and assume. I understand and assume, or I understand, not assume, that when people get on social media, now let's let it all make sense. Let's let it all make sense. I understand that if someone 5 years ago was shouting all lives matter and took off a Black Lives Matter sweatshirt and put on all lives matter, and then went out there amidst a group of white folk and was denouncing a group of black folk. And if that same person, this was just 5 years ago, pay attention, and he's 59 years old, okay? So he wasn't no young person, so that's all I'm saying. So, and if that same person is seen on a video all hugged up in Karen's face, right? Skinning and grinning and flirting and asking if she got a husband, I have sense enough to know this is just common sense. I don't even have to use critical thinking skills. That's sense enough to know that that person is not pro-black, that they're not all militants and down for the people, fight the power like they want to put themselves on to be a whole revolutionary. You see, if you're a revolutionary, that's not something you just wake up one day and decide to do. Real revolutionaries are born that way. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. You may not have always been out there fighting and speaking and being outspoken or whatever, but something deep within your spirit always made you be the resistance. You were a person who never complied with bullshit. You were a person who always spoke the truth, never cared about lies, didn't care about people coming against you for telling that truth. Even as a child, you would stand on the truth. You always were a fighter. You never backed down, tucked your tail, and ran. Even as a kid, you weren't a coward. This is how you know a real revolutionary. Let me just give you some schooling. And as real revolutionaries, you knew even as a child that there are people who are confederate against us and that we must never trust those people collectively. I'm not saying there's not some of them you can trust, but I'm saying collectively, we knew even as children not to trust the common foe. So if you know not to trust the common foe, you see, you wouldn't surround yourself with the common foe and be the only one of your own amongst them because you know better. Sugar looks just like salt. That's all I'm saying. So with that all being said, Ramani Bay says this internet shite is, I guess, a joke. I don't know, whatever. Yes, it absolutely is. I keep telling y'all, all the world's a stage. All the world's a stage. You can't believe everything you see and hear on the internet. You absolutely cannot. Okay? You absolutely cannot. So all I'm saying is some people don't want to hear the truth. And some people wouldn't even know the truth when they heard. They don't know when they hear it or if it tapped them on the shoulder. Some people just don't know the truth, right? That's all I'm saying. But you know what? At the end of the day, here's what I want y'all to pay attention to. You see how some of these people that get upset when people start exposing certain people? I want you to pay attention to this. These same people don't have any of the energy when the people that they worship, and engage in idolatry for, they don't have any of that energy when those people call themselves exposing people. They don't have that same energy when those people are calling people out and clowning people and talking trash about people and even talking about people's kids and spreading lies on people. They don't have the same energy when these people are doing these things. And you know why? Because these people are just as low vibrational and idiotic as the people they serve. Dion says some people are comfortable living a lie. Exactly. Exactly. So with that all being said, the people who get mad, who don't even want to pay attention to, or they pretend they don't want to, but they do, because that's why they get in my chat. That's why they get into Harker's chat. That's why they get in Michi's chat. They get in all of our chats just to whine and cry and complain. You have to ask yourself, if they really had common sense and critical thinking skills, why would they even be listening to stuff? Another thing I want y'all to pay attention to, there was a couple of Nashidians on my last broadcast that I did earlier, and I dropped the link twice, and none of them clicked the link. And then people start clicking the link after the broadcast is closing out. I came back and they still didn't click the link. And then someone told me that the person said okay, but they never showed back up. But then also there was another person. I had gotten up from the table, from the desk, and was talking to people in the background, and I happened to look on here and see somebody was sitting in the back. Why are you waiting? The video's literally ended. You didn't have anything you wanted to say. That was all a clout chase. That was just to try to make me feel like, oh, I'm going to say what I got to say. But you didn't say what you had to say because you didn't click that link. You click the link when the video's over? Who does that? If you want to have a one-on-one with the queen, it's going to cost you. It's not for free. But you didn't want to have a one-on-one with the queen. You just wanted me to think that you wanted to talk to me, but you didn't because the live had already ended. Make it all make sense. Yes, they're cowards. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all. They're foolish, ignorant cowards. That's all. Listen, I can tell you everything they're going to say before they say it. We all can. All they're going to say is you're a hater, you're pocket watching, you're jealous, or you just mad. That's all they ever say. This is all they ever say. They never have anything significant to say. Now, do you all remember when I was going in on Wig? When I was going in on Wig kept saying that she had receipts. She even tried to call herself the queen of receipts. Well, we already know that's a lie because I'm the one with receipts. But she even said that I got receipts. They're agents, they're ops, and this and that. These lying people. This big mouth YouTuber. Remember all that talk? She was talking so slick and greasy. Let me tell y'all something. Funny thing is this. Wig till this day, I started exposing her in the end of June. Till this day, she's not produced one receipt. Not one. Not one. Whilst I produced many receipts. The 6th video of me exposing Wig airs tonight on the backup channel, Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. Don't miss it. Starts at 8:15. The interview that I did with Mr. Hotel and Ashara, 2 of Wig's biggest supporters. That speaks volumes. Now, with that all being said, y'all have to stop getting in your feelings when people call out agents amongst us, those who are Confederate amongst us, those who are liars and grifters and cons amongst us. You just have to stop. Now, either you want to be stupid and you really don't care about truth, then that means that you're not B1 and you don't care about your own people. Because anyone cared about Black folk, really, sincerely, you don't want them being tricked and fooled and led in the wrong direction. That's what you don't want. But if you're willing to sit there and admit, like Antonio Ali did, if you're willing to sit there and admit that you know somebody's a grifter, but you still defend them, you don't care about Black people. You don't even care about yourself. All you care is about clout chasing and popularity contests. That's what this is all about. This is about popularity contest. That's what these people do. They look to see who's the most, popular, who has the biggest audience, who has the most cash, who knows the most celebrities. It's clout chasing at its finest. They call me the clout chaser. They're the clout chasers. Every Nashidian and Nashidiite that sits there and tries to go in on people for simply speaking the truth, dropping facts and receipts, for voicing their opinions and concerns, those people are the ones that are chasing clout. They want Bussy Reek to say, oh, look at him. He's defending me. Here I am, Bussy Reek. I told that Queen Ahmadiyyah off. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. None of you fools and buffoons could ever tell me off. You could try. You could try. Like that fool that got on here hiding their face behind the camera. Y'all remember the fool? Got up here hiding their face, holding up a sign. Holding up a sign, cursing me out. How stupid are you? That lets you know the mind frames of the fools that follow these idiots. That should let you know that they have no critical thinking skills and they very seldom use common sense, if ever at all. Anyway, let me get on to talking about Grandmaster Jay. So with that all being said, like I said, Grandmaster Jay, I knew he was bullshit and full of it from day one. Okay, I called it out. And just to let you all know, for those of you who missed it when I called him out, just to let you know how sure that I was that he was a whole agent, when I called him out, guess what? When I called him out, I didn't even have one receipt. I didn't have one receipt when I called him out. You know why I didn't have one receipt? Because I didn't need one. I knew who he was when I saw him. My spirit immediately told me he was an agent. I swear to the Most High, I am so serious. My spirit told me he was an agent from the moment I saw him. And so when he came to Atlanta and he was having that formation, he reached out to the Queen, sent me a DM telling me to make sure that when he gets to Atlanta that I link up with him. I never did. What I did do was I went to that formation so I could gather information, just like Harker did at that rally. I went to the formation and I recorded the whole thing. And I was literally a couple of feet away from him. And I didn't speak to him. I didn't greet him. I didn't engage him. That's all I'm saying. And the reason I didn't is because I knew exactly who he was. I knew exactly who he was. Okay? Some of you have no discernment. You wouldn't know what discernment was if it bit you. So with that all being said, those who have no discernment, they'll never know who the agents are, the real agents. They'll never have sense enough to realize that the real agents are the ones who call the truth speakers agents. I wasn't calling nobody an agent until they called me one. Well, I called Grandmaster J one, but what I'm saying is this whole thing with Bussy, Rick, and Wig, they called me agents first. Did they not? Because I started telling the truth. But see, that's what agents do. That's their job. They can't let you blow their cover. You see, Grandmaster J, his cover was blown. That's why they said he's been sentenced to 7 years in prison. Do y'all think he's really going to prison? Y'all don't really think he's going to prison, do you? Y'all don't really think Grandmaster J is going to prison, do you? I told y'all that he was going to get charges before he ever got them. Don't y'all remember that? My faithful followers and day ones, don't you all remember that I told you all that he's going to be taken up out of here because his cover's been blown and they're going to say that he got arrested and he's going to go somewhere and we're not going to see or hear from him on social media or any of those things. Y'all remember that, right? Where was the lie? I'm just saying. Was that hating? Was I upset about his influence? Because he seemed to have a whole lot more influence than Tyreek Bussy Sheed. So the people that said, oh, I think she's jealous of his influence. Well, was I jealous of Grandmaster Jay's influence too? What about Young Pharaoh's? Because Young Pharaoh had a whole lot more influence than Bussy Reek. He had over 300,000 subscribers, okay? Now, the leader of a black militia that marched through Louisville 2 times during the 2020 protest will spend several years behind bars on charges that he pointed a rifle at law enforcement officials more than 2 years ago. John Johnson, also known as Grandmaster J, was sentenced Wednesday to 7 years and 2 months in prison after being found guilty of assaulting and brandishing a firearm towards state and federal officers on the eve of 2020 Kentucky Derby, according to a statement from the U.S. Department of Justice. Johnson, age 59, had initially been indicted by a federal grand jury in February 2021 and subsequently found guilty in May of this year. Aside from his prison sentence, Johnson will also have to serve 3 years of supervised release with no option for parole, according to the release. Now, a Cincinnati area resident, Johnson came to Louisville on September the 4th of 2020 with a militia group that he leads, the Not Effing Around Coalition, also known as NFAC or NFAC, okay, to participate in protests over the police killing of Breonna Taylor, a 26-year-old black woman shot by Louisville Metro police officers while serving a no-knock warrant in March of 2020. During the time he was at Louisville that September, his second trip to the city, following a demonstration earlier that summer, Johnson was accused of pointing an AR-15 rifle toward a roof where an FBI agent, a Secret Service agent, and the LMPD officers had been stationed, according to a federal complaint. Now, which said that the officers were blinded by a light, which they shortly thereafter determined was a flashlight mounted to the rifle being aimed at them by Johnson. Johnson was later found guilty of 1 count of assaulting a federal officer and 1 count of brandishing a firearm in relation to a crime of violence, with the Department of Justice arguing that he forcibly assaulted, resisted, opposed, impeded, intimidated, and interfered with a federally deputized task force officer who was performing an official duty at the time of the incident. An attorney listed as having represented Johnson did not immediately reply to a request for comment. I want y'all to pay attention. You see how they said an attorney listed as being the one who defended Johnson? Well, they don't say that attorney's name. Now, in all these articles that I've read to you all over the past couple of years, have I not told you the names of the attorneys? They always say the attorney's names. Now, they didn't say the name of his attorney. Wonder why? I wonder why. And for anybody who doesn't know that these agents often get arrested and sentenced, y'all just don't know history of the United States. Y'all just don't know the history of the United States. Okay? So all I'm saying. And here's the thing. If y'all think that those charges and all this BS is real, please wake up from the slumber. You should be asking yourselves, how come they didn't have the same smoke when Grandmaster Jay said on his live stream, he talked about kidnapping a mayor and the mayor's children and throwing them in the trunk? How come? How come they don't bring that up? How come he wasn't arrested for that? He did that way before this. How come they never locked him up for at least terroristic threats? What about when he threatened to kill his own followers? He said, if we find out that some of y'all infiltrated, oh, we gonna kill y'all. That's what he said, his exact words. Now, why wasn't he arrested for that? And even when he was at the formation, July the 4th in 2020, here in Atlanta, he said it again. He talked about killing people who he said were ops. Now, funny thing is, they had to make it look good as far as I'm concerned. Now, this is my opinion. So he was arrested and charged and convicted for pointing a gun at the police and Secret Service as if he's a threat to them. But if he was such a threat to them, why, when he was at the July 4th formation in Atlanta, were the police there to escort him and his militia? I'm just curious. Anybody got answers? Mike Elk says he said he was burning the city down. I was 20 feet away from him when he said that. Yes, I remember he said that. Thank you, beloved. Absolutely, because Mike is from the Ville. He said he was going to come back and burn that mother sucker down. Nobody thought to arrest him then. See, I know how this all works. I know how this all works, okay? I didn't go to school for criminal justice for nothing. I know how this all works, all right? I'm just saying. One of my former professors is a judge now. I'm just saying. I know how this bullshit works. I know how this works. So sit down somewhere. Didn't they let him out to participate in the insurrection? I don't know, beloved. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Okay? I'm surprised they didn't let him lead it, honey. Hold on. There's another comment I wanted to get to. Firestar says AI was on the stage when he said it. Oh, you said you were on the stage. I was on the stage when he said it. Okay. Firestar, shout out to you. Firestar used to be security for NFAC. Firestar used to be security for NFAC. Said he was on the stage when he said it. Absolutely. Okay. Jack the Deep said Michi Ben exposed that fool. Yes. So with that all being said, yes, numerous people started dropping receipts on him, and that's why his cover was blown. It was something. Let me tell y'all something. I want y'all to ask yourselves, There's some people who will expose the truth and shame the devil, and they don't care what people say. But some people, they fear that. Firestar said that fool is a whole spook. Yes, he is. He's the spook who sat by the door. All right? He's the spook who sat by the door. That's who he was. And some people still believe in him till this day. Great Jay Gray said Firestars are real, but yes, he absolutely is, beloved. Okay? Some people are not going to call out people because they're afraid, like Boyce Watkins. Dr. Boyce Watkins, when I was on his platform, Fly Nubian Queen, I did a video before anybody ever did one, calling Grandmaster Jay a whole agent. I was the first one that said it. I promise you. And everybody, all these people was going in on me. The moderators wouldn't even say anything in the chat. Fly Nubian Queen's moderators, they didn't say a word. I had to sit there and go back and forth with these fools myself. And then Dr. Boyce took down that video because he didn't want any backlash. You see, that's not revolutionary. But Dr. Boyce was at the rally talking to y'all about reparations like he's fighting the good fight. This scary Negro took down my video when I called out an agent. Took down the link when I called him an agent. Let me drop the link because Bongani says send the link and he will explain his position. Here's the link, Bongani. There's the link, beloved. Boyce Watkins took it all down. Spiritfield said, Boyce is all about the dollars. He's a disgrace to our race. Yes, he absolutely is, beloved. You got that right. He absolutely is. He absolutely is. I agree. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Bongani, I dropped the link for you. Let me drop it again. Hold on. Fred said, Dr. Boyce Watkins, sit your arse down somewhere. Okay, exactly. That's what he needs to do, beloved. Absolutely. He needs to sit all the way down in the back. Okay? Hey, Bongani, what's going on?
Please, let me first start off by saying I did not mean to question you or say that you were wrong or question any of your evidence like that. I meant no disrespect to you. But what I was saying is, Grandmaster Jay, he did more unification of our community than anybody in my lifetime. And I'm 40 years old, love, and that's what I'm saying about that. So regardless of his potential agency or not, he still did quite a bit for the Black community. And was proved that we're able to unify, and we can do it peacefully, and we can do it in protection of ourselves. And maybe if he wasn't able, maybe he was doing it for infiltration purposes. Maybe he was trying to infiltrate them just like they do us. And so it really was not that way. You know, my old sociology teacher used to say to me, things are not always as they seem, right?
This is also true.
And that's all I'm asking you is before we fully jump to his story and make him look like something he might not be, maybe the full story. Because like I said, he still did more. And what agent does that?
Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you what agent does that, beloved. The same agent that betrayed Malcolm that was supposed to be his security. The same agent that infiltrated the Black Panther Party. Here's the thing. We didn't need him to show us we could unify. We already have unified. Look at Black Wall Street. That was unified. Look at the Black Panther Party, the Black Liberation Army, the Deacons of Defense. Those are all Black people who unified. So we know that we have it in us. But here's the thing. You say he did more. and he brought us together to unify. Well, here's the thing. A lot of times agents bring us together so that the powers that shouldn't be can see just how many of us are willing to fight. If it all came to a real revolution, they want to have the numbers. They want to see how many of us will comply, and they want to get information on those that did. He was asking for birth dates. He was asking for social security numbers. He was asking for all sorts of information. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not going to call the names, but I know personally 2 people that are still being harassed by the FBI till this day for having anything to do with NFAC. And they're real Black grassroots people who are really trying to do the work, and they weren't agents. Grandmaster Jay, I'm still going to say that he is. Another thing is, before I say anything about somebody, I want to have receipts. I looked into Grandmaster Jay's his past. Okay, the things that I found were consistent with agent behavior as far as I'm concerned. And so with that all being said, I'm not just saying this because that's just what I think. No, I'm saying it because I actually had receipts, and other people have shown receipts, and no one's going to ever convince me that somebody is all of a sudden so pro-Black and revolutionary and wanting to fight for liberation, justice, and truth when they ran for president and then sat behind Trump as his security, and then also when they just 5 years prior were talking about all lives matter, not Black lives matter. That's all I'm saying. Now, if anybody can explain that so it makes sense, I mean, that's part of the reason.
I'm not questioning you, love. Please don't. I'm not attacking you. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that. I'm just
explaining why I feel that way. I'm just explaining why I feel that way. Because at the end of the day, Grandmaster Jay didn't do anything for Black folk except give the feds, as far as I'm concerned, information on us. Those that gave him their information, I guarantee you it's somewhere in a database, and the feds probably still have it to this day. That's why some of these Black people are still being harassed. They're still getting stopped by the feds. Like literally, I've talked to these people on the phone and stuff.
Yeah, but
okay,
that happens regardless. I mean, think about it. At what point do revolutionaries not get harassed?
But here's the thing, though. At what point do other revolutionaries need your social security information and all of that? Have you ever heard anybody else, Mr. Malcolm?
Look, I'm not
just saying, make that make sense. Make that make sense. This is a person who was gathering intel.
I'm not justifying.
Here's the thing, too. Hold on. Here's the thing, too. We know how they demonized. I want you to pay attention. We know how they demonize Black people when you go out there and protest, right? You know how the police brutalize Black people for protesting. They lock Black people up when you peacefully protesting.
I was protesting.
Pull guns on them.
Yes.
Okay, well, we should ask ourselves, how come none of that ever happened to Grandmaster Jay? Grandmaster Jay was escorted by the police. He was escorted by them when he had his protests and stuff. The police was there to... No, the police was scared. That's what you think?
Yes.
Here's the thing. Even if the police were scared, why would a revolutionary, why would a revolutionary who's protesting against the police and their violence and brutality amongst his own people, why would he even be talking to the police and agreeing for them to escort him?
I know. I agree with you on that. I really do.
Yeah.
There were some things that I also found questionable. I know. You're right.
That's why I have questions. That's why I have questions. Okay?
I understand that. I understand that. And I respect that. I really do. I respect that. I'm
a critical thinker. You know what I'm saying? I think about things when they don't make sense and they don't add up. That's all I'm saying, beloved.
Right.
Okay?
I agree with you. And I appreciate you.
So,
I just don't want to say any harm to you. No disrespect. I just ask questions also, love. That's it. A friend to our community.
I know, beloved. I know, honey. I know. Right. So I love you, beloved, but I'm going to let you go, okay? So I can get on with the life.
I love you as well. All right now.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you, beloved. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so Firestar says they were never afraid. We followed him directly. I know they weren't afraid. I was there. Thank you for saying that, beloved. See, that's what I'm talking about. I was there at the formation. And I know those cops were not afraid of any of us. Okay? Least of all, not Grandmaster Jay. They were laughing and talking with him. And now I want y'all to answer this. You don't have to answer it to the queen. Answer it for yourselves. Could you ever imagine Huey P. Newton of the Black Panther Party, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and the NOI? Could you ever imagine them being escorted by the police? Say what now? Vince I am said, Queen, you make it make sense. Thank you, beloved. That's what I'm here to do. Miss Hotel says sketchy and questionable behavior. Okay. Vivian says the gathering to conform. Yes. And so I'm just saying, honey, it does not add up, right? I know an agent when I see one, and I also know a grifter in the con when I see one too. That's why I get these receipts. But hold on, let me continue. Listen to this. Listen to this. Y'all know I love to talk about Sheriff Alex Villanueva with his low down dirty self, with all his gangs and thugs, right, and thieves and corrupt cops that work for him. But listen to this. Embattled LA Sheriff Alex Villanueva losing by 20 points in early vote returns. Former Long Beach Police Chief Robert Luna jumped out at a large early lead tonight in his bid to unseat incumbent Los Angeles County Sheriff Alex Villanueva. Results from the LA County Registrar Recorder showed that Luna had nearly 60% of the roughly 1 million votes counting as of this evening, while Villanueva only had roughly 40%. If that margin holds even by half, it would be a shocking fall for Villanueva, who's been in office since 2018. Well, I hope they unseat him because he needs to sit down somewhere. I don't care for him. And when they get rid of him, I hope they also get rid of those nefarious thugs that call themselves cops. Okay, the ones that belong to the gangs called the banditos and the executioners. And they have the same tattoos and all of that. And go around brutalizing and harassing black folk and threatening people to join them or else. This is what they do. Now, hold on. Speaking of elections, let's also talk about Warnock and Herschel. Because here's what they're saying. Pivotal Georgia Senate race between Warnock and Walker headed to a runoff, according to the Secretary of State. Now, the hotly contested Georgia Senate race will head to a runoff between Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican former NFL player Herschel Walker, according to the Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. Remember Raffensperger? He's the one that snitched on Trump, said that Trump called him and tried to do a side deal about something about those elections. Y'all remember that? I remember him because that name, Raffensperger. You just can't forget it. But anyway, neither candidate will garner the 50% of the vote needed to clinch the seat outright under state rules. Now, the two Senate hopefuls will head to December 6th runoff. Right now, we leave less than 20,000 total votes still out to be counted, they say. That's not enough to change the race. So this is headed for a runoff. And this is what Raffensperger said on Wednesday morning. I don't know where I got Sunday. Now, the Georgia race, one of the most competitive in the country, could help to determine control of the Senate along with remaining races in Arizona and Nevada. Republicans need to win two of these contests against Democratic incumbents to take a majority in the Senate. The presence of Libertarian candidate Chase Oliver, a 37-year-old Atlanta businessman, helped to deny Warnock and Walker the majority they needed to win outright. With 96% of the vote counted as of Wednesday, Warnock had won 49.2% of the vote, and Walker had 48.7%. It's really close. So apparently, the Republicans don't care about all the lies that Walker has told. They don't care about all the lies he's told, honey. He acted like he was an FBI agent. He's acted like he graduated at the top of his class in college. They say he paid that woman to get that abortion and made threats and all this old crazy stuff. All the stuff they've said about him, clearly that makes no sense or no, matter to them. Warnock's seat in the Senate was won in 2016 by former Senator Johnny Isakson, a Republican who resigned from the Senate in 2019 over health concerns. Loeffler was appointed to the seat by Georgia Governor Brian Kemp until a special election could be held in November of 2020. Isakson's term would have ended in 2023, meaning that whoever wins the seat this year will serve a full 6-year term. Well, it looks like a no-win situation as far as I'm concerned. For Atlanta, for Georgia. Just saying. That's my opinion. What y'all think? What y'all think? Reggie said nefarious. Jawara said niggerance is bliss. Well, I have to agree. Okay. Sharon of London says sounds like Biden's favorite lies. Okay. So also, listen to this. The director of the film Hebrews to Negroes is not apologizing. So let's get into it. I said what I said. Hebrews to Negroes filmmaker Ronald Dalton Jr. defiantly refuses to apologize for the message. Oh, well. The controversy surrounding the film that Kyrie Irving brought to prominence via his Instagram page is now the topic of conversation all around the country, and the filmmaker responsible is finally speaking out. Now, according to News One, Ronald Dalton Jr. is the director of Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. And he was taken to Twitter, or has taken to Twitter, to push back against the idea that he is anti-Semitic and make it known that he's not going to apologize for anything he put in that film. That's what he said, including the idea that the Holocaust wasn't real and that Jewish people are imposters who have stolen Black religious culture. So here's the post that he posted to Twitter, honey. Let's look at it. Let's have a look-see. Let's have a look-see, honey, at this. You know what? I'm going to say this right now. Y'all Negroes is getting out of hand. Y'all Negroes is clearly getting out of hand. And the people are not liking it. Some of y'all is doing too much. Some of y'all are getting too uppity. Pay attention. So it says, press release. I'm not apologizing for nothing because I can't be anti-Semitic because I'm an Israelite, Shemite. Okay, Shemite. Still waiting for the debate with the top rabbis to prove who is an Israelite by blood and who can rightfully use the word anti-Semitic. Hashtag Ask Ronald Dalton. Hashtag Debater Ron Dalton. That's what he said. Well, we'll see how this all goes. I'm interested, honey. This is juicy. This is getting all too salacious for the queen. Now, Ronald Dalton Jr.'s refusal to apologize is based on the same logic that Kyrie Irving put forth when he was asked by reporters if he would apologize for promoting anti-Semitic material. I can't be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from. No lies were detected, by the way. All good to know where you come from, but you know where you're not going. The locker room. That's what the Barclays Center, the bench, the court, or the free throw line. That's what they've said for now. Like, sit down somewhere. Okay? At the end of the day, their threats mean nothing. They talk about he's not going to the locker room and all that. Now, as for the director, we're not surprised that he's doubling down on his film. The only question is, will Amazon remove the film, or will Kyrie die on the cross to absolve Jeff Bezos and company from their sins? Guess time will tell. Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do. See, here's what I want to say. Let me say this. Miss Hotel said, y'all act like Nashidians and Wiglets. Yeah, some of them do. Let me say this, though. Reggie said, that's the gag. Know where you come from. Absolutely. Absolutely. Facts. So let me say this. There are some people amongst us. There are some people amongst us who are absolutely, what's the word I want to use? There's some people who are absolutely defiant. And they stand firm on their beliefs and principles. And when they know that they've spoken the truth and spoken accurately and correctly, they're not going to back down. That's just what some people are. Some people will die on the cross for that. Some people absolutely will. But there's some people who deny truth, don't want to hear the truth, run from the truth, hate the truth, and want to crucify those who tell it, i.e. the Nashidians. So I said all that to say this. All of those who hate the truth, like the Nashidians, all of those who oppose the truth and want to go in on the truth speakers and truth seekers, those, I want you all to know, because this is important, those are the same Negroes that if there's ever a revolution, please don't be anywhere near them. Please don't stand by them. Please don't think they're going to have your back, because those are cowards. And all they're going to do is run. That's all they're going to do is run. They're cowards. Anybody afraid of the truth being told is a coward. Anyone trying to stop the truth from being spoken is a coward. Anyone who wants to criticize, critique, and try to insult people for speaking the truth and exposing things, they're just cowards. So any of those people who get on here talking trash and saying all this slick stuff about the queen and other people that are speaking truth to power, those people are cowards. And they're the last people that you should want to be anywhere near in the vicinity of if it all goes down. Okay? I just want y'all to know that. Honey, I don't care about trolls. Here's what y'all need to pay attention to. The trolls who are one of the, some of the Nashidians and Nashidites, listen, don't pay them any attention. They do this on a regular. This is their job. This is their job, okay? They go from chat to chat, comment section to comment section, all over the land, trying to cause disruptions and gaslight and deflect. And they never have anything to say when they do it. All they can say is haters, the same old, dusty, pocket watching, jealous. That's all they ever say. So please, don't pay them any mind, because anything they say and do is not going to stop anything. All right? Not going to stop anything. That's all. I just find it all so interesting. I'm just saying, they need to sit down somewhere. Right. But of course, DC said we ain't apologizing for nothing. Absolutely. When you're told the truth, you don't need to apologize. You just need to stand firm on your beliefs. But hold on, because there's a video that I'm going to show you all. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. There is a man who's a rabbi. His name is Harry Rosenberg. All right? I want y'all to pay attention, because Mr. Rosenberg, well, he said the same thing that Kyrie and Kanye said. And if you didn't hear what he said, you can find it on my Twitter page and on my Instagram page. All right? If you don't know what he said, I'm not going to show it on ScrewTube because I don't want to give them any reasons, because y'all know they be looking for a reason, honey. But with that all being said, his name is Rabbi Harry Rosenberg. And he had something interesting to say about who the yous are. It's on my Twitter page. That's all I'm saying. RG Titan says, I saw it, Queen. Okay? Exactly. Let's start with that off. Is anybody going to give him backlash? I doubt it. So anyway, let me go on to the next topic so we can get on out of here. And now that I have done this live, I may not go live at 6:15, honey. Don't be surprised if y'all don't see me come back, because I get tired. I need rest sometimes. All right? Just so y'all know. Okay, so take this as your daily vitamin. If you don't see me posting anything for 6:15, don't be mad at the Queen, honey. All right? Y'all know I be working overtime. Okay, Popeyes. Now I want y'all to pay attention. And the reason I thought it was important for me to talk about this is because days ago, somebody put in the chat, I saw the Queen at Popeyes. Honey, if you saw the Queen at Popeyes, that was well over a year ago, and I was buying food for my son and his girlfriend, so sit down somewhere if you thought you was exposing me. And if you want to expose me about something, please do a little bit better job than talk about some Popeyes. That's all I'm saying, okay? All right, so anyway, here's the thing. I am Joyce, and get your rest, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Okay, Mr. Hotel said the Weird Chronicles continues. Yes, the Weird Chronicles continues. Episode 6 starts at 8:15. All right, 8:15. And in fact, I'm not going to go live at 6:15. I'm going to relax tonight since I'm doing this live, so that way you all can relax too and be ready for the 8:15 broadcast of the Weird Chronicles episode 6, where I interviewed Mr. Hotel and Ashara. And then also so y'all can be ready to watch the Harka at 10 o'clock p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time. All right, make it all make sense. Now listen to this. So someone said something about the Queen being at Popeyes the other night, as I told you all. And so I thought it was so funny that, in fact, as y'all can see, I included that in my new song. You see, the night when I told y'all to wait, and I had y'all waiting, and I told y'all my son was trying to get the song together, he had me redo a line. That's because I added in the line about Popeyes. I told y'all that I was going to add that in there, right? Y'all be thinking y'all trying to crack on the queen. The haters be thinking they coming for me. Honey, sit down, haters, okay? What you can't do is ever embarrass the queen. I took that line about Popeyes and put it in my song. I said it's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy, right? Because that's all they be doing, is talking greasy. That don't bother me, but hold on. Because here's the story. They say Popeyes allegedly served a woman a fried rat instead of chicken. Instead of chicken, they served a woman a fried rat instead of chicken. So to the person, I think their name was Tracy, the person who said they saw the queen at Popeyes, to that I'll say this. If you did see me at Popeyes, like I said over a year or so ago, buying food for my son and his nefarious girlfriend, like I love to call her, either you were the one frying up rats or you were the one in there eating rats. Because I do remember a lady working at the drive-thru when I was on the phone with my son getting their order. I remember the lady saying, "Hey, Queen Ahmadiyyah." I told y'all that. So if it was that lady that was in the chat, that means she was cooking the rats. But if it was somebody else that was in there, y'all must have been buying Popeyes yourself. So sit down somewhere. Did y'all eat rats? I'm just curious. Ooh, honey. Fried rat. Can y'all imagine? Honey, I don't eat Popeyes. Sit down somewhere, okay? And in fact, those of you who know me personally, y'all know what the queen eats, because I like to take pictures of my food and send it to y'all so y'all can hate. Isn't that right, Mr. Hotel? Haven't I sent you numerous of pictures of my food? Okay, please. Jawara, same thing. Sit down somewhere. And y'all didn't see no fried rats or chicken on my plate, did you? No, you don't. Miss Hotel said, I've seen the pics. Okay, thank you. Miss Hotel said, vegan all day. Okay, I eat very healthy, so y'all need to sit down somewhere trying to bust me out. Some of the queen eat Popeyes. You know how they try to do that? Here's the thing. They probably try to say, well, she's doing a vegan cookbook, but she eat Popeyes. Sit down somewhere. Do I look like I eat Popeyes? I mean, look at my skin. Look at my skin, honey. Okay, sit down somewhere. All right, and I'm old school. I'm old school, just so y'all know, honey. All right, that's all I'm saying. I'm old school, but I don't look old school. That's all I'm saying. And so obviously, I'm not eating Popeyes. Okay, you don't look this good at my age. With two grown sons from eating Popeyes. So I'm saying, sit down somewhere. Make it all make sense. Make it all make sense. I'm sure you cannot. Okay, I absolutely cannot with these haters. All right, please. GL said, did it taste like chicken? I don't know. Let's see. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, honey, because this is all so nefarious. Oh, my Lord. It looks like they have a video. Hold on. So here's what they say. They say the unfortunate reality of fast food is that sometimes gross things find their way into people's orders. Needles, acrylic nails, condoms, you name it, and it's probably been found in someone's fast food order. Disturbing, right? Yeah, absolutely. Especially if those nasty additions weren't bad enough, perhaps one of the most wince-inducing things to find wind up in someone's fast food is a dead rodent. Plus, you know, if a mouse or rat ends up in the deep fryer with chicken tenders, that's bound to be more of them running around the restaurant, rendering the whole place ripe for health code violations. Even big chains like Burger King, according to CBS News, and McDonald's via Fox News, and Chick-fil-A via Seattle Times have all faced their own rodent claims. While rat meat is technically edible and even considered a delicacy in some regions, it's probably safe to say no one wants to bite into a rat when they are expecting to bite into a piece of fried chicken. At the very least, this was the case for a woman who claimed on TikTok via the Daily Dot that Popeyes had included a fried rat among her chicken. Ooh, honey. Can y'all imagine? This all sounds ghastly. So, honey, I don't know about y'all, but I I don't care for fast food, honey. All right? It's a no for me. That's all I'm saying. It's just a no for me. I don't want to eat no Popeyes. That's what I don't want to eat. And here's a picture of it. Let me share my screen. It's clearly a rat. It's clearly a rat. Our high kick said rat meat is edible. They lying. Oh, it is edible. They have it as delicacies in some countries. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Here it is right here. Look at the disgusting. Ugh. Mm-hmm. So also gross. I'm just saying. I just thought y'all might want to see that for those of y'all still addicted to it. And y'all, some of y'all like those dry arse biscuits they sell too. Those dry arse biscuits they have at Popeyes. Yeah, they're dry. Some of y'all still be eating that stuff. Oh my Lord. How do you live with yourselves? How do y'all live with yourselves eating that kind of stuff? And some of y'all, even worse, eat churches. Some of y'all eat churches. Like y'all need to sit down somewhere. But anyway, what do I know? I'm just here with my little old laptop and my iPhone trying to make it through the day. Hold on. Let me have a word from my sponsors over at beautifulheartsapparel.com where they wear their hearts on their sleeves.
Beautiful Hearts Apparel, we have something for everyone. A look that's comfortable and stylish for work, play, or simply on the go. Beautiful Hearts Apparel, wear your heart on your sleeve.
All right. So, with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you lovely people for tuning black in. Let me say something. Queen, it's bone sucking good. Please, honey. I hope not. So listen, let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, Marching YT said, I heard that, Queen. Absolutely, beloved. And so listen, I want to thank you all who support me. All right. Those of you who appreciate my work and my research and my receipts and all of that, you know, because like Taharka said, I love you, right, Black Ray Williams. You know, because like Taharka said, listen, it takes a lot of time and effort to gather receipts. Okay, when you're gathering receipts, that's a lot of time and effort. And I want you all to pay attention because when you are, you know, exposing people and calling people out, you have to have significant evidence. Otherwise, if you bring forth allegations and accusations against them without having evidence, they could file or sue you for defamation, libel, and slander, like Wig threatened to do me and Michi. But of course, she didn't do that, and Wig was never going to do that because we told nothing but truth about her. And let me say this in closing. I love you, right, Black beloved. When Wig had those cease and desist sent to myself and Michi X, all she was doing and all she really proved to us who have critical thinking skills and common sense, the slow people that drink the Kool-Aid, they're not going to get it. They never will. But for those of us who are intelligent, when she did that, we all knew that all she was trying to do was silence the truth from being told about her. And the reason you should have known that specifically if you didn't is because months prior to me exposing her with receipts, there was a man who did a video that came out and said all types of lies about her. Said that she was doing things to her children. She doesn't even have children. Accused her of sleeping with Dr. Boyce and all kinds of foolishness. Everything, and then supposedly threatened her. She said the man gave her a death threat. She did a whole live video. Now I want y'all to pay attention. I'm going to make it make sense. She did a whole live video about this man. She had tears in her eyes. She was putting on her best theatrics. That's all I'm saying. She had tears in her eyes, and she talked about how this man said all these slanderous, low-down, dirty things about her, and it was none of it true. And she was right. It wasn't true. I knew it was all lies. She also said that there was going to be legal actions taken. I told you all that there was not going to be any legal actions taken, even though that man was clearly lying on her. I said, she's not going to file any charges. She's not going to file a lawsuit. She's going to sit there and hope that you all forget about it. You see, because a lot of times our subscribers have short-term memory. So you forget some of the things that we talk about because we all talk about a myriad of things over time. So what she was banking on was the fact that the subscribers would forget about that and that no one would ever realize that she didn't file any charges and she never ever mentioned that again. Now, Queen, why are you bringing this up? Well, I'm glad you asked. The reason I'm bringing that up is because I told you all back then that I think she got that man to make that video to paint herself as a perpetual victim, which she's so good at doing. Just like Bussy Reek got somebody to hang that sign up, right? Just like he got somebody to hang that sign up as far as I'm concerned. And then to lay those signs in front of the museum talking about vandalism. This is what clout chasers do. So when people are trying to call us the clout chasers, honey, you're following the clout chasers. So sit down somewhere. Desmond says, Indy's chicken, baby. Chicken you're from the Ville. Appreciate you, Queen. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you, right, Black. All right. Desmond was the first one to let me know that Grandmaster Jay had been sentenced. So thank you for your contribution. But also, here's the thing. At the end of the day, she didn't file any type of charges against that man who did that video. She didn't send him a cease and desist or any of that stuff. She didn't come back and give an update on what was going on with the legalities of it because there weren't no legalities. But I told you all that was going to happen because I felt like she got that man to do it to make herself the victim. And that's what thugs like her do. And yes, I called her a thug. But she did send some cease and desist letters to me and Michi. And that's because we were telling the truth. See, we wasn't worried about lies being told because you can always dispel lies. You can always dispel lies with truth. She got on her live stream and she did a whole broadcast pointing out every lie that man told on her. So how come she didn't do that with me? Buckhorse DC said, thank you, Queen Shakur. You're welcome, beloved. Why didn't she do that with me? All of the foolish wiglets who tried to come to her defense, false flagging my channels. And by the way, let me just say this. Anybody false flagging my channel, I absolutely will sue your arse. I absolutely will, honey. Because I had a lot of wigs people false flagging me and Michi's channel. And Angel Love spilled the beans and came forward and let us know about it. So from that point on, I already have put in for those who did it. Yeah, for the records to be subpoenaed. So anybody else doing that in the future, I'm going to do the same. So false flagging the sheetings if you want to. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, she tried to silence me and Michi for telling the truth. And she never showed or produced one receipt. Till this day, she's not produced one receipt that can deny, debunk, prove false anything that I ever said. Okay? So I said all that to say this. For the people who were calling me a hater when I was exposing her, I don't care if you think I'm a hater. Because even though you think I'm a hater or whatever you want to call me, you know that I brought those receipts. That's what you know. And I continue to bring receipts. So even though you want to sit there and act like I'm hating, you know I'm not hating. You know what I'm doing. And if you're smart, you know why I'm doing it. Okay? You know why I'm doing it. And so, with that all being said, the truth will continue to be exposed. And those who don't like to hear the truth, well, you need to stop listening to people like myself and Taharka and Michi. That's what you need to stop doing. Because at the end of the day, we're going to give you the truth. No matter who gets mad, we will not be deterred. All right? All right. So with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Another thing, too, let me say this before I go. So Brandon from Pan-Africanism Strikes Back said that Bussy Reek had tried to flag his channels like 3 times. Taharka showed us the receipts where he tried to hit him with a strike. I want y'all to pay attention. This is somebody who's supposed to be so revolutionary. Why is he trying to silence people? Nashidians. Why is he trying to silence people? Nashidites. Why is he trying to silence people and trying to get people's channels stricken down? I'm just curious. Why is he? Because he don't want the truth told. And he's tired of people listening to the truth. He don't want his Nashidians and Nashidites to listen to the truth. That's why when Dane Calloway was selling things about him and exposing him, he tried to go in on Dane Calloway and try to discourage people from listening to him. He always tries to come with something to counter. And then another thing that he does is he goes live. When he knows people are about to say something about him, he likes to go live at the same time they're going live. You see, there's a pattern. Pay attention. He likes to try to go live at the same time they do, hoping that his followers will not be listening to these people. Y'all need to wake up. That's the same bullshit that Wig was doing. Wig was sitting there telling her people, her minion, Angel Love, telling Angel Love and her other folk to go and flag people's chats and all that stuff, flag their channels, and to tell her subscribers who were in other people's chats that she didn't want them in to not listen to those people and get out of their chats. Now, why would you be doing that unless you had something to hide? And who do you think you are that you get to tell grown people who they can and cannot listen to? Y'all need to start waking up. Some of you are lost in the sauce, and you're going to find out, hopefully before it's too late, how foolish you have been. Okay? How foolish you have been. Nobody is hating. Nobody is mad. People are just trying to tell you the truth. But some of y'all just don't want to hear it. And Desmond says, Turkey Tom. Thank you, Desmond. I'm so glad. I was going to bring that up, beloved. Thank you for your contribution. Turkey Tom. Now, Nashidians and Nashidians, how come y'all don't go over there and get in Turkey Tom's chat? How come y'all don't go over there and say anything to him? How come Bussy Rick hasn't made a cartoon about him? I keep asking this, and none of y'all can answer it. So I'm going to say this. For any Nashidiite that wants to get on my channel, click the link, wants to drop the link. For any Bussy-fied Nashidian who wants to get on here and try to defend Bussy Reek, before you say anything to the queen, I'm going to need you to explain to me why he hasn't said anything about Turkey Tom and why y'all aren't asking Turkey Tom the questions that y'all love to ask me and Taharka and Michi. That's what I'd like to know. Okay? Start thinking for yourselves and stop acting stupid. Okay? Stop acting obtuse. That's all I'm saying. Why hasn't he said anything about that white man who's clearly a racist, who was talking all the trash about his Hidden Colors documentaries, who called him an agent, and who showed numerous of receipts in doing so? How come? He's acting like that man don't exist. Does he not know who Turkey Tom is? I know good and darn well people have sent him that Turkey Tom video. I know they have. I know they have. And he nor his Nashidians and Nashidites have not said a word. What does that tell y'all? He wants to go in on black folk, but he won't go in on the other people. But he's supposed to be a revolutionary. He's supposed to be fighting for reparations. Y'all keep being foolish if you want to. Y'all just keep on being foolish, some of you. Make yourselves make sense, all right? Until next time, beloveds, I want to thank you all for tuning back in. Please like and share, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell, click the word all, so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live, okay? And also, Gail says, Queen, please, my side can't take no more. I'm being so serious, though. Yig Waba says, who is Turkey Tom? Beloved, Turkey Tom is a man on YouTube. Go look up his channel. Just go to Google or go to YouTube, in the search, and type in Turkey Tom. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop the link. I dropped it before. Turkey Tom is a man who was going in on Bussy Rick, and Bussy Rick ain't said nothing about him. That's who Turkey Tom is. Let me drop his link so y'all can get into it and go watch his video about Bussy Rick. Yeah, I think you'll find this quite interesting. But Bussy Rick haven't said anything about him. Make it all make sense. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. This man is clearly a racist. All right? He was talking about nappy hair and all that. And Tyreek didn't say nothing to him. He didn't do no videos about him. He didn't make no cookies about him. He didn't put up no website. He didn't do no Bucci Bear. He didn't add him in none of that. He didn't do no Dolomite, none of that stuff. He didn't put no dress on him, none of that stuff. He didn't dox him, none of that stuff. But he did all that to black people. He didn't talk about his kids, but he talked about Meechie's. Oh, yeah, y'all need to sit your asses down somewhere. That's what y'all need to do, Nashidians and Nashidiites. He didn't say nothing about Turkey Tom. Now, I know y'all can't explain that. The next time y'all want to click my link, be ready to answer that question, because that's the first thing I'm going to ask. And another thing is this. For those of you Nashidians and Nashidites who sit there and try to play stupid and act like y'all want to click the link, but y'all don't click the link until I'm closing out. Y'all know y'all don't want to say nothing to the queen. Y'all know y'all don't want this smoke. I know you don't. You sit there and click that link, and then you get up here and then you click off. Here's the thing. The person who was on here last live, when I dropped the link, I sat there and waited. Nobody clicked it. As soon as the song starts playing, the person clicks the link. And then right as the song's about to end, they drop off. Why would you drop off when the song's about to end? The song started and you sat there and waited for the 2.5 minutes. But right as it's about to end, you drop off? That's because you didn't want to say nothing in the first place. You was just fronting. And at the end of the day, you surely didn't think that I would come back. But I did come back because I had time today. Now, I always got time to prove points. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. So at the end of the day, Nashidians, Nashidites, when some of you play dumb and ask, what does it mean, drop the link? What does she mean, drop the link? Because people were telling me that they be sitting up in there talking trash in the chat. And then when I say I'm going to drop the link, they talking about, what does that mean, drop the link? It means that I'm going to drop the link so you can get on this live. So you can get added to it. If you're too stupid and don't know what that means, I'm telling you what it means. It means you can click that link, you can hop on this channel, and you can share the live with me, and you can tell me your thoughts, views, opinions, and concerns, and anything else you got to say. But y'all know what clicking the link is, so stop playing dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. They're not playing dumb. They actually are dumb. That's just what that is. So, any of them that actually wake up and stop drinking the Kool-Aid, okay. I'm not talking about those who are just blindly being fooled due to their own lack of research and misinformation that they've been receiving. Those who sit there and defend the foolishness, knowing good and well that it's a whole grift, knowing good and well that it's all lies and BS, and they really just continue to do it because it's a clout chase for them, because they just want somebody to shout them out, because they just want to be in that number. Y'all need to sit down somewhere. Y'all the biggest fools. Like that dude, Anthony Ali, sitting up there talking about on Brandon's channel, talking about he knew it was a grift. And then going to Taharka's channel, trying to defend that foolishness. You just admitted that you knew it was a grift, but you still trying to defend it? You still trying to call Taharka a hater? Like, you sound so stupid. It's really sad. It's really sad. I'm going to get off here because I could go on and on. All right, I could go on and on, but at the end of the day, it's not even worth it because they're not going to wake up. M. Soul says they ain't clicking no link. I would require the ability to string together a coherent sentence without rambling and reiterating his lame talking points. I hope they wake up. Absolutely, beloved. I hope they do too. And you know what? You're absolutely right. All they do is get on here and reiterate his same foolish talking points. And then they start saying stuff like, well, what's your point? Well, we're supposed to be unified. Well, is this on code? Here's the thing. And earlier, somebody asked me that. Is this what being on code is? Yes, this is what being on code is. And here's the thing. They themselves, the Nashidians and Nashidites, they said that the code is the leader and that the code is, in fact, logic. Now, I find that all so interesting because you see these people blindly following him and trying to go in on other people, having the absence of thought and acting as one person, moving all together as if they're robots and zombies, not thinking for themselves. Those people, first of all, they're sad. But at the end of the day, Queen, were you ever on Comcast TV? A Lackey Hop? No, beloved. Not that I can recall, no. But now, I was on TV, but not on Comcast. But that was years ago. But anyway, I digress. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, these people are just being woefully foolish, and they do not want the truth to be told. But it's going to be told anyway. All right? And they can't make it make sense. Somebody said, Queen, you can't save the foolish. This is absolutely true, beloved. But here's the thing. They say the code is logic, right? But they don't exercise logic. How is the code logic? Buckhorse DC said Turkey Tom. I seen him. How is the code logic when they don't even have logic? Like, they're illogical, nonsensical, insidiously obtuse. That's what they are. These people sitting there trying to go in on people. Like, for real. How is the code logic when you don't even use it? Make it all make sense. Anybody who was using logic, and here's the thing. That one woman named Sierra Williams who said she donated $200 to the museum, bless her heart. When Taharka was exposing all those receipts, dropping receipts the other day, do you all remember, those of you who were in the chat, do you all remember what that fool said? Well, maybe he's doing that just to throw off the haters. Throw off the haters. Who thinks like that? Who thinks like that? How does that even make sense? And then, now, Bangani, when you were up here, one thing that you asked, you said, how do we know that Grandmaster Jay wasn't trying to infiltrate them? Infiltrate them by doing what? Everything he did was proof that he was infiltrating us. And in fact, he wasn't infiltrating, he was creating a movement and a narrative. So he didn't have to infiltrate. The only thing he infiltrated was the minds of Black people who fell for his foolishness. But why would somebody, how would you infiltrate the feds or the powers that shouldn't be by using Black folk to act like you're going to have a whole fake revolution? How does that even make sense, Bangani? He was not trying to infiltrate them. He was the spook who sat at the door. And Firestar was his security. And if Firestar feels like that Negro is an agent or was an agent, I'm going to have to go along with that. Okay, I'm going to have to go along with that because that's somebody who was up close and personal. And that's why when I say you don't have to assume certain things when there's proof, facts, and evidence, and people who will work right there, boots on the ground with this person. You don't have to assume. The evidence is right there for you to see it. Okay? Grandmaster Jay's actions outweighs anybody's actions in Black society, says Kwame. Honey, you sound crazy as hell. His actions don't outweigh Huey P. Newton and the Black Panther Party for self-defense, nor the Black Liberation Army, nor Afeni Shakur, Matula Shakur, Asada Shakur, Tupac Shakur, or Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. You could sit down somewhere with that because you sound crazy. You sound crazy. That's right. Firestar said never forget about ozone. Exactly. I did a tribute to ozone months ago. Y'all see how sad some people are? He's sitting here talking about Grandmaster Jay's contribution to Black society is more than anybody's. Do you not know? Have you never heard of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? Have you not heard of Dr. Khalid Muhammad, Malcolm X? What are you talking about? Dr. King, what are you talking about? He contributed more to Black society. Child, some of y'all are so lost, it's no coming back. At this point, it's no deposit, no return. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you feel that way, beloved. All I can do is give you advice. And that would be this. If you don't get help from charity, beloved, please get help somewhere. With that all being said, I have to go, honey. Everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell. Hashtag free ozone. All right. Please like, share, and subscribe. Or unsubscribe. However you feel. Y'all know I don't care. The choice is yours. Don't forget that. Hold on. Oh, it says Grandmaster Jay was the spook watching the Mastodon. Yes, he was. Absolutely all facts and no lies detected. Okay. So with that all being said, everyone please like and share, subscribe, like I said, or unsubscribe, however you choose. Don't forget that the episode 6 of the Wig Chronicles is starting tonight, premiering tonight at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. All right. And that's the interview that I did, exclusive interview with Mr. Hotel and Ashara. Also, Taharka Bay, Morris World TV, going live tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. If you want the rest of the receipts, you want to see more receipts, make sure you tune Black in. Okay. Rahman, I love you right, Black. Ramani, I love you right, Black beloved. Ramani Bay, shout out to you. Okay. So with that all being said, I wish you all love, peace, and prosperity. Each one teach one. All right. Do something constructive, productive, and never destructive. And until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.
Hit him with that flavor.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy.
Real slick.
I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got